Oh, yeah. Where's my crystal meth?
Shut up. I'm trying to enjoy this.
You shut up. Shut up.
Is this your first time at the truck stop?
Any volume there, It's the Opie and Anthony Show, 212-757-1027. Look what I found wandering around upstairs, Anthony.
I saw that. What a surprise. He wasn't supposed to be in until tomorrow.
Hiya, champ.
But my pal, comedian extraordinaire, star of stage, screen, and occasionally my living room in front of a Budweiser can, Adam Ferrara.
Let's not forget cable TV. He was on the list last night.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
VH1.
yeah? VH1 the list. Did you get any weed from George Clinton? No, he was on there with you.
I'm bringing the phone today, you understand?
So you had quite an impact on you. You came in with some dreads today, spitting out your mints.
Wow.
I go, Adam, great you're here. You're going to save our show today because we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
Come on down.
Clue.
Well, the prep, do they know what you do to prep for this show?
Wow, man, you're going to... All right, go ahead, tell them.
Okay. Look at this. This is a wiffle ball bat. Now ask me what this mark is for.
Yeah, we were in the office showing Adam our treasures.
Shouldn't you guys be reading the papers or something?
You know,
look, this computer game's called Soldier of Fortune. What? He's dead. Look at that. I just shot him.
Shut up, they're going to be on to us, man. We close that door and we make believe we're going through all the newspapers and stuff.
Out there.
You know what it's like when Adam comes in or any of our friends come in to the office? We're like great hunters showing off our trophies. Look at this wiffle ball bat. This thing was shoved in 8 inches deep.
I say, Commander, was it quite a sight getting it out?
Quite. We're like showing trophies.
The wiffle ball bat kills me because there's marks on it like when your kid's growing up on the door jam.
Yeah, well, that's
so you can revisit it. Remember when you could only take the handle? Look how much you've grown.
That's our new game. If any girl out there wants to, try to set the record, you're more than welcome.
And we do put a condom over the end of it, so you don't have to worry about getting any of those wiffle ball bat diseases that are going around now.
Well, the winner is the line that's furthest from the handlebar.
Yeah.
Has there been a pine tar incident?
No, nothing. Although the last girl that was here, we weren't sure what was going to come out.
Oh, my God.
She had a pimp with her and everything.
Really?
Yeah, she came in under the guise that it was going to be her coming in. Oh, yeah, this is my boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, the boyfriend. It's not usually cool when the boyfriend comes in, but we can deal with it. And then all of a sudden, the boyfriend we notice is this 3-foot-tall Puerto Rican guy.
That's a pimp.
And that's a pimp, and he starts asking for cash.
Wow.
It's like, oh, wait a minute. Can I ask you a question? Do you have other girlfriends in your stable? It's like, well, yeah. So it was like a girlfriend in that sense.
He was like, boyfriend would be worse. Like, hey, handle first. She's a lady.
Hey, this is my best girl. I just hit her in the body with the phone book so as not to bruise up her face. I learned that from Ike Turner. Oh. I hit her with a car antenna about her midsection.
This guy was Guido the Killer Pimp.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Smack her with a bag of oranges.
A bag of oranges.
Don't leave no marks.
Yeah, sweat sock full of molding clay. It feels like a Stretch Armstrong. Remember those things?
Oh, God.
Those things were like a kid's version of a sap. You ever see those things like the blackjacks they used to use in Dick Tracy days?
Yeah.
Why the Stretch Armstrong?
The shillelagh.
The toy Stretch Armstrong, you'd get it for Christmas, and it was cool because you could stretch its arms and legs, and it felt very soft if you just squished it.
Yeah.
But it was some kind of a physics thing that happened to the material inside during a strong strike. So how was I to know when I smashed Dawn over the head with it, she'd go out? I thought it was like a marshmallow. It's a cushy little Stretch Armstrong. Boom. Ah! Boom. She's out.
You like knocking girls out, man.
Oh, I do?
Well, the taser.
Oh, that was an accident.
Oh,
it wasn't a taser. It was a stun gun.
Oh, much better. That sentence should be, it was a stun gun, Your Honor. What'd you do with a taser?
Remember Carrie?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, we were sitting on the couch watching TV one night, and you know how I used to build things.
Right, yeah.
So I'd go to Radio Shack and get the plastic cases and transistors, resistors, capacitors, all kinds of fun stuff. And I built from this schematic a stun gun. And I used
wait a minute, I remember this.
Yeah. And I used for the contacts. I went to Larry's hobby shop and got a couple of landing gear axle for the airplanes. And I put that. I screwed them onto the end of the plastic case. Everything went on a circuit board. Went inside, but I didn't believe it would work because I made it. I figured it would work. Something would go wrong. But there's really only one way to test these things.
Honey, stay still.
So we're sitting on the couch, and I stick it to her leg and hit the button. She goes out. It's like, ooh, wow. And it was like I was torn because I felt bad for doing that, but another part of me was like, hey, wow, it worked. Yeah. I built it.
You were frightened and impressed.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But I would always
remember the grenade launcher you made?
Yeah. Made a little grenade launcher for the paintball games.
Yeah.
You know? Remember that?
Well, if you ever left anything at Anthony's house, it would never be in its original form.
Yeah.
Take it apart.
I left, what did I leave? I left my gun there, my paintball gun there.
Yeah.
I came back. I remember calling him up. Ant, you got my paintball gun? It's not a gun anymore.
It's a radio.
It's a can opener.
What'd you do, MacGyver?
Yeah.
He goes, well, now it's like a grenade launcher, and can it core apple? I mean, all kinds of... There's even something here to take corns off your feet.
Off your feet. Shoving the future. That's funny. Yeah. Well, you know, I had a lot of time on my hands. Not working.
You're very intelligent and you're very drunk.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's like you can't combine those two.
After a few beers, sitting around and then just staring around an apartment that was like Pee Wee's Playhouse. There was so much stuff,
so many
laying
toys
around, and after a while you would get tired of toy A and toy B, so you would combine them to make toy C.
Yeah, a nitrous oxide generated spirograph, which is nice. It shoots Chinese stars at the neighbor's dog. How much have you had to drink? Oh, nothing real.
Nah,
just getting started.
We're only 4 tiers high on the coffee table in the living room. As far as the cans go, the first layer would take up the entire table, and then it would go up in a pyramid shape till you reach the top, and then you'd realize the bottom ones were pretty stinky. At this point, you'd have to start clearing them out.
And then the bison would pee in the top can. And it would
cascade like the champagne thing at the weddings.
Friend of the bride.
Or we'd sit on the other couch and pick them off with the plastic suction cup dart guns. Going, ding, ding. What a bunch of doofuses.
Yeah. Oh, please.
Adam Ferrara helping us out today.
My pal, Adam Ferrara. Very proud.
Thank you, champ.
Yes. Oh, they're chanting his name.
Let me follow you and learn your ways.
There he is. Adam Ferrara.
I can heal you.
Lothar. You guys got to tell that paintball story on the air. You remember us laughing pretty damn hard during the commercials.
We were huge into paintball
when it first started out on Long Island.
Yeah, when you used to have the single shot bolt action paintball gun.
It was a musket.
It was pretty much the musket of paintball gun. And we went out there. We were the Red Devils. Sure. Was our team.
I still got my jacket.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Sometimes I like to get naked and put it on. Yeah, we were the Red Devils.
The Red Devil.
Yeah, had the patch and everything. People feared the Red Devils, Opie, mind you.
Did you have a nickname when you were part of the Red Devil?
All of us had our own nicknames.
What was yours?
I was the Surgeon.
The Surgeon?
The Surgeon.
Okay.
That was because I was able to surgically insert shots in between branches and do nose jobs on people. I broke a guy's nose with a shot, and that's I got
with a paintball.
And the owner of the field gave me the name the Surgeon. This guy was behind this log with a bunch of branches in front of him, just kind of decimating the team a little bit from a good vantage point. So I took a shot at him. It went right between 2 branches, smacked him in the bridge of the nose, and the next thing the ambulance was coming, taking him away. I was like, wait, I thought we were using yellow paint. How come it's red coming out of his face? You
had sniping skills back then.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. The Surgeon, Opie.
So the Red Devils, you guys were quite a team.
Yeah. Very feared. Very feared. We were the #1 team in New York. We went to a bunch of the regional...
and that's where we should have stayed.
Yeah. We went to a bunch of the regionals all over the state and everything. Did very well. Cleaned up. I think we used treachery more than skill. No one expected some of the dumb-ass moves we used to make.
We didn't know anything about strategy.
Yeah, so we'd win. Well, Then we get the call that we're going to this national thing.
Going to the big league.
Going to the big leagues in Tennessee. It's all sponsored and everything.
Yeah.
Tennessee.
They send us down to Tennessee. We're all full of ourselves. We're going to kick ass. We're going to wipe everybody out. We go to Tennessee.
We watched the Dirty Dozen the night before.
Oh, yeah. We were all psyched. So we figured, we'll have a little celebratory cocktail or two at a club in Tennessee. We went in about 11 o'clock at night. Walked out of there, I think, 3 or 4 in the morning. Trashed. They call first game, 7 in the morning. And guess who's playing first game? The Red Devils.
Red Devils.
The drunk Devils.
Right.
Why don't you throw them Yankees up there first?
Yeah. Put them boys out there first. And we were playing like the Tennessee team on their home field. It was the Bay of Pigs.
Oh, it was horrible.
It was a massacre.
No air cover.
It was Da Nang all over again.
It was like General Custer. Hey, they're friendly Indians.
Yeah, we.
Wow. How long did the game last?
The game must have lasted maybe 5 minutes,
if that.
At most. Yeah. All I know is the horn blew, and they were on us so fast. I didn't even know how fast they could get across the field like that. So I'm behind a rock. I see Adam over to the side, and there's just crap flying all over our heads and everything. So I'm like, this is useless. They're just going to outflank us and take us out. I'm going to stand up and make a fast run toward their flag station.
Yeah, I remember looking and going, Kowalski, no!
Yeah, Kowalski! So I stick my head up to stand up. That was it.
That was it.
I had about 12 shots right into my cranium. That's all I heard was like, done, out of it. And
I followed after you. I took it because I was running. When you moved, I was moving behind you to flank around.
Yeah, to help me out.
Yeah, I went to flank around. I my whole side. I looked like a subway car. I was paint graffiti. Some guy's initials were in there. It was horrible.
We got creamed.
Take that, Yankee.
Yeah. They're like, hey, bud, you need to go back to New York. Yeah. They live this.
Tennessee.
We're used to playing with what they call live ammunition.
Yeah, that was a militia you guys were.
I think it was. They nailed us.
Going on a field to play. These guys live in the woods. I mean, we're like in his living room.
Yeah. So we came back to New York a little more humble.
Mm-hmm. Hey, one of your old teammates is on the line, Ed.
Who's that?
Frankie? You know a Frankie?
Hey.
Frank.
Hello, Anthony.
Frank.
Yeah, Doom Brother, me and Gallagher.
Oh, yeah.
I went to Tennessee with you guys. We got creamed.
Yeah, you were part of the Tennessee contingent, yeah.
We were using bullseye. It was the worst.
We got nailed. It was because we went to that club and we were out drinking. When we were walking in, the other teams were leaving. They had already been out for their little night in Tennessee. It was 11 o'clock. They were going home. We were just getting there.
Because we all just got there. I remember, George, you picked me up from the airport. I couldn't believe it. I'm hearing about it. I said, I can't believe it. He was on the Red Devils. They caught me for that tournament. And I started playing. That was the first time I played with that team.
Yeah.
It was great. Oh,
yeah, it was great, all right. Yeah. What a mess.
I was afraid my head was going to be hanging in the mayor's office.
The Annihilators annihilated us.
Yeah, that's right. He remembers the team names, the Annihilators. Where are the Annihilators?
I remember the emergency room. That's all I remember.
A lot of guys still play.
Oh, do they? Some of them still play?
Yeah.
We found something else. Alive. Now, I would love to get out there and actually play again. We might have to do something when the weather gets really nice.
Yeah, we're trying to get like a show paintball team together.
Still there.
I know, because who was it? John Kawoko used to run a league way out east, exit 64 in Coram. Are they still running that?
They're still running, but John's gone. You know the guy...
John bought it. He bought it on the Mekong Delta.
Oh, yeah. He lost it for a while, and the guys from Cousins Paintball now have it.
Oh, cool. We're going to have to go out there, man.
Yeah, but the equipment's all different now.
Oh, we went out there, like I said,
right?
like Adam said, it was pretty much the musket of paintball guns. And then we got to the point where they put a pump on it. You were amazed. Right. And then constant air came out. Mm-hmm. And then full automatic, where you are firing paintballs at a rate that is ridiculous. And now that's that's standard equipment now.
Yeah, Anthony.
Yeah.
The guns they have now are computer. You plug them into your computer, and a program. It's called the Angel. It's like $1,600.
A computerized gun.
Computerized guns, electronic and computerized.
You can take out people in the car on the way to the game. You just hit it. It's right in your radio.
Doesn't that take the fun out of the game?
It's amazing. You know something? And this just goes to show you, because this is paintball.
Yeah.
Now, but the same principles apply to warfare, where it just advances and progresses. We're talking over the course of probably maybe 10, 12 years,
Right.
I guess it was, since we were playing.
Right.
And the technology that they put behind these guns now is amazing. It was a single-shot gun, and the purpose for the original guns that they started paintball with was to mark trees that they were going to cut down. They'd go into these building sites and use a red paintball, and so they wouldn't have to get out of the truck and paint a thing. They would shoot it. And then, Arlo and Clem, one day, Clem shoots Arlo in the ass with the paint gun.
It's like, hey, we're onto something
and
here.
There's a game where a few years later they're plugging it into the computer and calling in airstrikes.
And those two guys are the guys we played in Tennessee.
I think so.
We invented this game, yeah?
Yeah, I remember that.
Ant, this just in. Joe from Jersey wants to know, does Anthony still have that jacket, or did he lose that also?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me think now.
Uh-oh.
Hey, I think some homeless guy in Huntington is walking around with my Red Devils jacket.
Oh, God.
I think it's in the Goodwill box.
Pete, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
Hey, you remember a team called the Court Jesters?
Yeah.
Scott Schmidt, Brian Morgan.
Remember the Jesters?
The
Remember
Jesters.
that?
and
Sure.
Wolf
we always
Pack,
had that rivalry going on with you guys.
Yeah. Oh, you were on that team?
Yeah, I was on for about a year, and I was still underage at the time. I was like 16, 17. They didn't check nothing.
A fresh-faced rookie.
Yeah, it was great though. And then you had the other team, the Wild Geese, the old
The
timers.
Wild Geese, the old guys. Yeah, those guys were all Vietnam vets.
Yeah,
The Wild Geese.
I don't understand how they played because
Yeah.
once you go into service, it takes away from it.
Yeah, the Wild Geese were all vets. I remember one time they pulled this little raid. They actually got a raft and got into the lake and paddled across the lake. No one did crap like that. It was hysterical. We used to use some treachery that was pretty funny. If we were the red team, you'd have to wear a red bandana around your arm, and the other team would wear a yellow one. So if we were crouched down in ambush or something, we'd see an opposing team member walking by, we'd roll over to hide our bandana and go to him, hey, dude, come here, we need help, come here. And he'd start crawling towards you, and you just open up on his face.
Well, that's because our devil patches were red.
Yeah, so if we were the yellow team, they might see a red patch and think it was the red. It was hysterical.
We would take over the flag station and then just make believe that we were. They would come back with our flag. Come on, we're going to win. And they come running in.
They'd leave people back to defend their station while they sent out a force to get our flag.
Right.
So if they captured our flag, we would take over their flag station, get down in the bunkers, and while the guy was running in, we're like, come on, we won. The second he gets ready to place the flag, he just opened up on it. He's like,
hello to my little friend.
But you cheated. You said that you were our team. You cheated. Yeah, pop, take that with you.
Tell that to the Viet Cong.
Remember the Mickey Mouse Massacre?
Oh, that was great. We actually sang the theme to the Mickey Mouse Club while we were just mowing down people.
We were taking this hill, singing this song.
It was embarrassing to the people. And you know who was on the Wild Geese? John McCain.
Hey.
No.
Joe, you guys are talking my language.
Joe,
what's up?
What about
Joe, what was your code name?
it's Joe Buck?
Joe Buck.
Hey, listen.
Adam
the king of
was
stuffing
Finster.
bunkers?
Yeah, my brother was pretty sick. We'd surround a flag station. There would be a bunch of the opposing team dug into these bunkers that were set up. And we'd all be around it trying to fire in. Joe would always lead the charge. He would just stand up and run right into these bunkers and from like 2 inches away pop these guys. And I'd be amazed, like, what the hell is he doing? And the people were so stunned that he did it that they couldn't even shoot him. They're looking at him like, and their first reaction was to cover up like their face so they wouldn't even shoot him. And he'd just stand over and going, pop, pop, pop. It was hysterical.
Remember that movie Dogs of War?
Yeah, Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
You're late!
In a couple of seconds, you felt like Chris Walken when he walked into the presidential palace. Just by surprise.
With that friggin' gun he had.
Oh, yeah, totally crazy.
The street sweeper.
We used to do, I started getting us into doing the camouflage and everything.
Yeah, Joe would have like
uniforms.
Because Joe was in the Army, so he would put on the same face camo that he put on when he was with the 82nd Airborne, and it would just scare the bejesus out of the newbies. Newbies show up in like corduroys and a T-shirt.
No,
we're dressed like Sandinista.
showed up with no shirt. Remember Rambo that time?
Oh, yeah, we were calling him Rambo. He showed up with no shirt.
No shirt.
The guy looked like a leopard when he was done. He had just welts all over his body.
That was the challenge. Everyone was going, oh, I'm getting the left shoulder.
Gotta get this guy, man. Gotta get this guy.
He looked like the strippers from yesterday. After we did him up with wax.
With the wax.
Yeah.
And Joe, the best was this thing called the Recon Village. It was the smallest field on the whole collection of fields they had. It was hooches, a bunch of bunkers and houses and huts made out of plywood and whatnot with windows and doors cut in. And this field was really small. So it was all headshots. Everything was a headshot. Someone would peek out a window, wham! Just right in the head. And then remember one of the crazy Vietnam guys from the Wild Geese? He ran and jumped through a window, landed on his head, and then got taken out by the guy inside.
No, dude, he went running across the field, and he went to dive into one of the open windows of the hooch. And they were just plywood. They were just made of plywood. And he caught his head like halfway across his forehead on the top of the window. That's what happened to that guy.
Joe Buck, when he used to raid the bunkers, he was like, because he had the paint and everything, he was really into service. He would go nuts after he shot people. Like, pop, 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 pop. Now give me your wallet.
Oh, Jason from Bethpage checking in on instant feedback. Did you ever play the Big East game with 500 guys and helicopters?
Yes, we did.
We did.
They would do this once a year. Yeah. It was called the Big Game. They would get about 500 people, divvy them up into two teams, and there would be helicopters where they would take these certain insertion teams over the field and drop them at locations. But when you have 250 guys against 250 firing off at each other, when you would get into these huge line battles that were about 100 people across, and it would just sound like New Year's Day in China.
Yeah.
Remember
you couldn't even hear it. It sounded like static.
Too.
Yeah, you could call in an airstrike on your walkie-talkie.
This is a guy with a can of Dutch Boy paint just dropping it out the side.
And John Kawoko, don't shoot at the helicopters! Don't shoot at the choppers!
You take one of those old things down with a paintball.
This guy would walk around like Robert Duvall in Apocalypse Now with his cane and his cowboy hat and everything.
And he wore his colors and everything.
He was another Vietnam vet. They were all like Nam vets.
That's funny.
What about when Rick Schroeder was on the field?
Oh, God, I forgot about that.
Oh, the bachelor party thing.
Ricky Schroeder. I forgot about that,
He was a bigger target than Rambo.
And everybody was just like, oh, yeah, I want to nail Ricky Schroeder. Here he goes.
I got your silver spoon.
I'm gonna get... He was like a big target.
We got to get out there, man.
Yeah, we got to get something together.
I'm frightened with all the technology and stuff. You better, like, hold up in the apartment for a while and build something.
I built a tank.
What was that?
Last time I played, they have constant air, which is a CO2 pack on your back, and constant feed, balls. You get like 1,000 at a time, and it's semi-auto. You just, as fast as you pull the trigger, that's how fast the gun fires.
Yeah, I'm going to go out there.
Well, did you hear the other guy talking? Now you could plug your gun into a computer and computerized, velocity.
Look at Joe. Joe's having an orgasm.
You know, maybe our time has passed, guys.
Yeah, really.
Maybe we're a little too old for this crap.
No, we want to do some type of.
My buddy goes, "You want to do some ecstasy?" I'm like, I can't even have dairy. I'm not doing ecstasy.
That's true.
Oh God.
All right, Joe.
Adam, give me a call, man.
I will.
All right, brother.
Cool.
Take it easy, Joe.
A lot of great phone calls on hold, Anthony. They're going to talk about the new technology in these paintball wars.
Yeah, a couple of people from the old team checking in.
All right.
Pretty cool.
Where's Laird? Did he call in?
Oh, God. Jim Laird.
Get Laird to call in.
Give us a call. 212-757-1027.